This is the process. And for that, what is the minimum requirement? Single pointedness of the mind. And single pointedness of mind, not mechanical single pointedness. It should be out of love to know the truth. You are not single pointed. No, I have to become single pointed. That will not, it will only create more trouble. It should be in, as in Gita we said, it should be in loving consciousness. When you chant the name of the Lord, it should be in loving consciousness. That will bring about the single pointedness of mind. And therefore, all this is replaced by the name of the Lord. There, the Lord is represented by all these words, isn't it? What is Shiva or Ganesha or Narayan? Vishuddham Kevalam Jnanam Nirvishesham Niranjanam. Exactly same thing. And there also, the idea of God is eventually the mantra drops. After a japa jap sthiti where it is getting chanted by itself, then it stops because it cannot conceptualize. That's why it is told in our Patanjali Yoga Sutra we saw that first with form, then with word, then with bliss, then I am, and then even that has to go away. See? So when you begin your journey, even in this, it will begin the same way. First it is a thought in your mind, I am the self, I am this, I am that. But it started with a thought. That thought, every time you think, I am infinite, you will experience bliss, no doubt. You will feel the joy. And that will make you become single pointed towards that particular thought that I am of the nature of Paramanand. You know what is the best pastime? When I am not doing anything or I am going for a walk, I am continuously thinking, if my name is Paramanand, what does it mean to be Paramanand? How can I live less than that? It's a challenge to live up to the name, isn't it? Lalita. If you can just live what your name signifies, it's a great thing. And that's why in our culture the names were with meaning, not of something ephemeral. It used to be name that represented purity, that represented knowledge, that represented infinitude, that represented beginninglessness, which represented ever victorious, that which represented deathlessness. You take any name, most of the names. Nowadays it's different. They take one where they take word from here and word from there, mix, and then whatever comes out they put a name. Nowadays so many names are like that. So just as when we, here the example given is, just like when we eat sweets, there is some cake there. We eat cake, we enjoy cake, we know it is sweet. But is the cake sweet? Is the cake sweet? No, the sugar in the cake is sweet. Be very careful. The sugar in the cake is very sweet, and sugar is absolutely different to the cake, isn't it? It may be added, it may not be added. If it is not added, the cake is not sweet. If it is added, the cake is sweet. But the sugar has an existence of its own, which is independent of the cake. But the cake becomes cake only because there is sweetness in it, isn't it? Nobody eats a bland cake. Similarly, this cake is sweet because there is something called sugar which is equal to consciousness or life, existence. That existence is totally independent of this. What? na tvam deho na tvam deho nendriyani na prano na mano na dihi. It is totally independent of that. It has got nothing. It can express through this, or it may not express through this, but it is not dependent upon this. And that which is not dependent upon this, that you are. But what is your experience right now? Without this body, I don't have an existence. Without the breath, I don't have an existence. Without the relations, I don't have an existence. Without the various emotions that define me, I don't have an existence. Without the ideas and concepts that I have about myself, I don't have an existence. Without the waker, dreamer, deep sleeper that I experience myself to be, I don't have an existence. This foolish life that we are leading, based upon all these cakes, to which find out what is the essence of that cake, what is the essence of all this. Hold on to that. So similarly, the effect of this ignorance expresses as I am the body, I am the mind, and I am subjected to pains and pleasures, and all this pain and pleasure that we are experiencing, the joys and sorrows that we are experiencing, the likes and dislikes that we are experiencing, the comforts and comforts and discomforts that we are experiencing, is only on account of thoughts in our mind. Ignorance expresses as thoughts. When no thoughts are there, then you are in deep sleep. When the thoughts are there, either you are in the waking or in the dream. In the waking, the thoughts have some object with which they represent. In the dream, the object is also a thought. The thought is also the object. So everything is internal. And in deep sleep, both of them are not there. Understand this first. When you go back to sleep every night, you can catch this. How slowly, just before you are going to sleep, eyes are closed, but some thoughts are coming. Find out, the thought of the object and object of the thought, both are in the mind only. Yes, that's what Swamiji was saying. That's what the scriptures were saying. Oh, this is what it means. Or right now, close your eyes and you can experience what? That I am speaking in your mind. You can see the whole room in your mind with everyone sitting here. Because you are seeing the room in your mind with all the people here, that is a dream. At right now, but you are knowing it. That's how the dream happens at night also. So the dreams you are not, the waking you are not, the deep sleep you are not, but the experience of deep sleep